Hey, welcome back to another special Habs Podcast Show with the hockey coach, Coach Frenchy, directly for the beautiful country of Thailand. One amazing, great Wednesday night, March 12, 2025. Hopefully, you're ready to rock and roll with me for the next 60, 90 minutes, talking about the Montreal Canadiens. And of course, the preview of the game. Montreal play tonight at 10:30 again, the Seattle Kraken. Of course, I'll be back for that game, of course, to do a play-by-play. But I say, you know what? I'm watching Laval Rocket right now, 1-1. The best team in American Hockey League versus the worst team in the American Hockey League. I said, let's talking about Montreal Canadiens. They just won a big game yesterday. What a great game. And Montreal beat the Vancouver Canucks by the score 4-2. They are right now 2 points behind the Detroit Red Wings, the Columbus Blue Jackets. Apologize. And why not to sit and talking about your Bleu Blanc Rouge? This is the reason why the subject of the night, guys, for the show. It's about the Montreal Canadiens. Only 2 points. I'm going to repeat. Only 2 points of the playoff spot wild card number 2 in the Eastern Conference. I don't know if you are like me, but if you are not fired up about that, I don't know what it will take for you to not believe on your Montreal Canadiens, les Bleu Blanc Rouge. Of course, they won yesterday by the score 4-2 against the Vancouver Canucks. So that will be the big subject of the night. We're going to talk about some players for the Montreal Canadiens. The first line, they are hot. The first line, good performance of the Juraj Slavkovsky. And tonight, they play against the Kraken. It's going to be a match up between Shane Wright versus Juraj Slavkovsky. So that's what we got tonight. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for being a part of the show. Don't forget, please click on the like. We have Billy back in the house. George is in the house. Joseph with the Devils. They are off tonight. Then they have David. Sir, welcome back, Mr. David. Hopefully doing well, Mr. Friend. Claude Shaw. Shane Lavigne. Here we go. I'm glad I feel the same way. LDP is in the house. Buffalo Sabres losing right now 3-2 at the beginning of the second period for the Detroit Red Wings. This is a game we're going to watch all night long. RJ Calabro back in the house, talk about the big news and NHL for the New York Rangers. Going to talk about fun news around the NHL and the Montreal Canadiens and the preview of the game. So you get everything. I'm going to talk about Ivan Demidov, by the way. Why not? We love Ivan Demidov, right? So that's what we got tonight. Thanks for all the likes. Don't forget that this is a show, guys, going to talk about everything and anything. So if you have any question, put the letter Q in front of the question. I'm going to answer you about everything. The NHL draft, the ranking of different players right now, prospect Montreal Canadiens, Laval Rocket play at this moment. And I can go all the way about everything you have to ask. If I don't know the answer, I will let you know. And I'm going to do some search to give you the best answer. But this, you want to talk about the Montreal Canadiens, this is the spot to be. And, of course, the NHL won the league. So that's what we got. PLW is back in the house tonight. Eneman tonight. Eneman. Interesting case for Emil Eneman, for sure. Dancy is in the house. RJ Bro, thanks so much, my friend. I appreciate a lot. So let's start in right away with the NHL news. Quick 1-year deal happening today with the New York Rangers. Jonathan Quick, 40 years old, got a deal, $1.55 million, and with the New York Rangers, the backup of the Chesterkin. Look, he bring a lot to on the table for the Rangers as a backup number 2. And the Rangers believe Quick is still in shape, ready to rock and roll for one more year. That reminds me a little bit of the Greg Anderson at the end of his career with Ottawa Senators, the Buffalo Sabres. And that's happening now for Jonathan Quick. Butch is in the house tonight. Hopefully doing well. Yeah, great point about this. The game starts at 10:30 tonight. Butch, Rob is with us tonight. Welcome back, Rob. Hopefully you're doing well also. Don't forget, guys, to welcome you. Say hi, everybody. And we're going to sharing everything you want to talk about tonight on this. That's the first one, news on the NHL. The second, guys, is about the Vancouver Canucks announced Quinn Hughes could return tonight. Again, the Calgary Flame. We know Hughes is out since the Four Nation break. And now he will maybe play his first game with the Vancouver Canucks since his injury for Quinn. Big game between the Canucks and the Calgary Flame at 9 o'clock tonight. Both teams are right now in the race of the last spot of the World Card and the Western Conference. The Flame lead by 1 point. Vancouver is not looking good. LDP is in the house. Welcome back, by the way. A bit later, guys, the Ducks visit Utah. And finally, Montreal Canadiens play at the Kraken at 10:30. So it's going to be a late night for everybody. But that's the best thing to do to be is talking about Montreal Canadiens at the Ab Nation. Talking about another player could return. I'm talking about the Toronto Maple Leafs, the defenseman. Um, Danev could return tomorrow. One Toronto play tomorrow. So this is another good news for the Toronto Maple Leafs to add Danev. We know what Danev can bring on the table. And we know Toronto make a couple of trades on the trade deadline. They got Scott Laughton for the Flyers. And they got also the defenseman, Brandon Carlo for the Boston Bruins. So defensively, Toronto is looking good. It's going to be the same question. What are you going to do at the first round in the playoff? What the goalie is going to look like? And can Matthews, Nylander, Tavares, O'Malley, and Morgan Riley make its friends as one of the first round? They're going to be faced to the basketball, the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Florida Panthers. If they finish first, they're going to pick up a lower team. But the first position and the standing of that classic is so important because face the Tampa Bay, Florida, or Toronto versus maybe a Columbus, or Montreal, or Detroit is not the same level of talent and skill. So we'll see what's happening about that for that one. Yes, so it'll be worth it. But it will win and will be in the playoff spot, David. PLW, who is scratcher or in the stand for the AB with tonight, Lenny Pesada or what? For what we learned is Patrick Lenny is back in the lineup tonight. If Lenny back in the lineup, Kraken are not a team really defensive, really physical, right? Schwartz, Wright, Burakovsky, Eberle. So it's not a team very physical. So I expect Marco Pessoa will be out of that one PLW. This again is not confirmed for me. It's just I assume about that. Mr. Peter August is in the house. Pizza is in the house. Ixel in the house. Everybody's coming back. Thanks for always being part of the show. Don't forget, please, to click on the like. Which don't that'd be great. I want to talk about Montreal Canadiens prospect for the first year of the night for Montreal Canadiens. Michael Edge, the rookie of the year. Not yet on the Big Ten. So he compete with three other players. They are the same kind of number. But Michael Edge is the youngest one of that nomination for the Rookie of the Year. Again, on the division of the Big Ten. So, and then inside the NCAA, guys, you have many different divisions, right? On the East, on the West, and the middle of the USA. And every division have their own trophies, everything like that. Player of the Week, Player of the Month, the Rookie of the Year, Best Defenseman, blah, 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 everything like that. Then you get the MVP of the year around the NCAA. And Jacob Fuller is on nomination for the Boston College for the goaltender for the Montreal Canadiens. Butch, the Kraken are not even close to a playoff spot in the best season. No, they are not. They are eliminated. They became a sailor. They traded a couple of players. I'm talking about Buckstrand, Gord, Danev. So they're really focusing on the NHL draft 2025. It's a Kraken guy came in the league a couple of years ago, and Ron Francis going the lower to take his time, and we'll see what happens in there. Why is Rebecca no playing tonight and not back to back? So the reason behind that is just about caution, from what we heard from Pascal Vincent today during the press conference. Yeah, nothing major. You expect Rebecca to be back on the lineup during the weekend, going to traveling this weekend. I think they play Utica and someone else. So don't. And I think this is the right thing. I think David Rebecca came back for a big injury. And I think for them, they prefer to have a Rebecca ready for the playoff versus for the season. Right now, it's still 1-1 between Laval and the Bridgeport at 5 minutes to go remaining on the second period. Good question, Peter. I said that this team cannot just rely on the first line to get to the playoff. Is that the case? You better get your hope off. Please, we only have one of the four. That works. That's not enough. Yes, Excel. But are you surprised, Excel? Are you excited for winning? Montreal Canadiens are going. They continue to winning. They continue to be in the pace and the mix. They are right now at 2 point only, and we have to give credit, guys, for the performance of the first line. And for that, I believe, for me, Caulfield and Suzuki are in mission right now. I think for them, they really believe they want to make the playoff, and they will give everything. Yesterday, guys, was an amazing, great performance. The first line that showed what we have. We know that team is not ready yet to become a solid playoff team, but for the meaningful game they play, and for the long future, this is excellent Excel. That's a part of rebuilding. That's what I like from the Montreal Canadiens. Montreal Canadiens for me this year is already in fun. They play better on my expectation at the beginning of the season, and this because Lennartson. Lennartson is the motor of that team. You can talk about Zuski, Sakeski, anybody else. Lennartson is the reason why they are today Montreal Canadiens, in my opinion. But that's what I believe for the Montreal Canadiens. AJ Pizarro like that. They played the best against the younger goalie. Yeah, the best going to be between the part tonight. Talk to you later, mon David. Pizarro, yeah, agree with Kraken. I've been playing this and I've stolen some game. Playoff team. This is a Pizza is a team. Kraken guy remind me a lot of Montreal Canadiens. When I said that, they have a lot of good players, but those players, most of them right now, are more like a second line and a third line in NHL. They don't have anybody at the Bedard, McKinnon, or McDavid. They don't have those kind of players yet, and so this is a team on the transition. Is a team. No, they would take a couple of years. Now they have a couple of good prospects. Last year they got Barclay Captain, right? But this is a team, guys. Montreal should win tonight against them, but we'll see what they look like. Yeah. But that fair enough, Pizza for Bush for everything. Thanks again. If you have any questions, guys, move on. You can just write this there. We're going to give you a bit more information. Montreal Canadiens, what looked like Patrick Lanny is in and Michael Pessina is out. This is coming from Renaud Labois. I did not check the press conference today, Montreal Canadiens. I was working on different things, but what a great save and use. Laval is struggling right now at the end of the second period. Steve Turpin back in the house from Saddam. Oregon. Use again another big save. Peter August, the combination Hudson is trouble as demonstrated to be very effective. Who was that? A good point, Peter. I think right now Strouble play at the same level like he did at the 20 camp, at the end of 20 camp for the Montreal Canadiens before he got hurt. He played his best hockey of the season. And we always worried, we was a bit questionable about Peter Lennartson on the right side of the ice, right? But it's not the ideal right now, but they work hard and they're working good together for sure. And I think a player like Strouble, that's the kind of defenseman I believe in the future Lennartson need to balance the way he play. And you can see the maturity of Lennartson, guys, is getting better and better for his game overall. Yesterday, guys, he got 0 point. 2 of the 4 goals in Montreal Canadiens. Lennartson, it was the third guy past the puck. Lennartson yesterday, for me, was one of his best game in NHL. Why, coach? But did you see him on the defensive zone coverage? How he steal the puck? He was physical. It's rare. He really managed his game better. He don't take a risk like he was before. And his game overall is excellent. It's getting better because now he understood what it takes to be an NHL. And since he's back from the foundation, in my opinion, with Nick Ski, He dominates on the department of defensemen for Lane Hudson. So we'll see what's going to look like, but we are really lucky to have Lane Hudson. Honestly, he is really a great defenseman for the Montreal Canadiens. Pizza, is Jonathan Roy is slow? Good question, Pizza. If you don't mind, Pizza, Jonathan Roy is on my subject tonight during the show. I would prefer to wait for to give you the answer because I have a couple of uh, assessment I did for Jonathan Roy during the game yesterday, and we're going to talk about this later, Pizza, if you don't mind. I just said to you, he's not slow. Is the way he skate. This is who is Jonathan Roy, Joshua Roy. So this happened. Do you believe that Trouble Omayu will be a key trading chip this summer for you to get? Yes, Peter. I think Mayu could be the good one if they really believe Ray Baker. But to do that, they will need to find another right defenseman in the NHL, a veteran defenseman. And I think if David Savard's still around, but that opened up more for Logan Mailloux to get a second center for sure. But I'm not sure, not when I say not sure, but it would take more on the piece of the package deal to get a center. Lenny has been a huge friends maker at only 20 years old. Lane at 20 years, you talk about Lane Hudson, I apologize. Elliot M confirmed Patrick Lenny is back in the lineup. Welcome back, Steve, again. Thanks so much, everybody. But hopefully, Jared McCann is not on this game for the Saturday tonight. He should be there, but we'll see about that. The Montreal Canadiens, guys, went by the score 4-2 against the Vancouver Canucks. I want to give you a little bit a review of the game and what I saw and what you think about the game overall. Who are the best player on the suit out player, the obscure, and the one at the office. So I'm going to give you a bit of information, but that's happening yesterday, guys, for the Montreal Canadiens. Again, the Vancouver Canucks. And here we go. Are you ready?
Bleu, blanc, rouge, le Canadien, c'est dans notre sang, dans nos cœurs, notre tradition, notre honneur. Le Canadien, c'est tout, c'est une partie de nous. Bleu, blanc, rouge, le Canadien, c'est une partie de nous.
Here we go! Le Canadien, les Bleus Blancs Rouges, win yesterday by the score 4-2 against the Vancouver Canucks. And what a great performance of the Montreal Canadiens yesterday. The first line, I'm talking about Cole Caulfield, Juraj Slavkovsky, and of course, Nick Suzuki. 7 points yesterday, 3 points Slavkovsky, 2 points Cole Caulfield, 2 points Nick Suzuki, and a differential of +9 for all the 3 players of the first line yesterday. And the reason they won yesterday is honestly because the first line, Nick Suzuki, 15 points, is returning for the four nation. And now we just see a goal for the Islanders, lead 2-1 against the Rocket at the end of the second period. Now looking good. Mailloux again got beat on that one. Mailloux is -2 so far. And of course, we have a couple of people, guys, was at the game. Casey was at the game. M&M was at the game. Bart was at the game. I missed someone. 4 people of the Hockey Nation was at the game yesterday at Vancouver. So we'll see on that one. What is very calculate on his approach to the game is put himself in the right spot to score. I think again what that's make him appear is slow, but I was thinking I consider himself for better August on that comment. So yesterday, guys, Montembeault was excellent. Montembeault .935 for the goaltender. You have a record right now, guys, since he's back. Did not lose any game. It's 501 for Montembeault. A goal again average of 1.09 with 1 shootout for Montembeault, guys. What a great defense for Montembeault. Sen is back with the center formation with the Montreal Canadiens. So we have to give credit on that one. Cannot be a -2. Islanders were on the power play. So the last one, if it's a power play, is -1 for that one mark. But honestly, it was on the ice for the 2 goal for the New York, again, the New York Canadiens. He's struggling for Logan Mailloux guy, and he's going to be like this forever. Same Logan Mailloux we see last year, same Logan Mailloux we see this year. And I don't know where he's going to change to understand he needs to take care more of his defensive zone coverage. That remind me, guys, Justin Barron. Justin Barron, since his NHL, everybody remind him, you have to be physical. You have to hit. You have to be sure you don't get beat 1 versus 1. Be physical. Logan Mailloux. Decision making, buddy. Decision making, buddy. Play better on defensive zone. Same thing. It is what it is at the end. They are still young defensemen and they can improve. But the Logan Mailloux you see tonight is the same Logan Mailloux you see in last October and last November. Great shot, good skater, amazing slap shot. But the hockey sense, the hockey IQ, the vision, and the defensive of his game is average, a below. How he's going to have a spot in NHL, that time will tell us. Everybody can change, everybody can develop, everybody can improvement. But we need more for Logan Mailloux to be a steady consistency defenseman in NHL. RDP is in the house. Raphael Ladouceur, welcome in the house. Thanks to be a part of the show tonight. So, the Montreal Canadiens play a steady game. It's rare in the last 6-5 game, I believe, Montreal Canadiens have a good start at the beginning of the game. They start really hard at the 1-0-6. Nick Suzuki scored a great goal for Nick Suzuki, by the way. His 20 goal this season. And take the lead 1-0. And Sakoski got the 12 goal of the season, unassisted, 8:35 or something like that. And Montreal was lead 2-0 at the beginning, at the half of the first period. You are on the road. It's a must-game win. You lead 2-0, and you feel comfortable. And then after that, Cole Caulfield scored a goal. His 32 goal of the season. Montreal lead went out 3-0 at the half of the game. Like happening with the Buffalo Sabres, right? They was lead 3-0. Buffalo came back, and Montreal win in overtime or a shootout. Yesterday, what I like, and I said on the show, guys, don't worry, Montreal is going to win. And I was feel comfortable and confident because the Samuel Montembeault. Yesterday, Samuel Montembeault, he was all in. The body language, how he was track the puck, how he managed his game around him. Stop the puck behind the net, make a whistle. If you look about his game at the first period, he make a couple of great saves to keep Montreal Canadiens keep the lead by 2 goals. And I was really good about that. I was feeling good about this. Said that, 2 goals from the blue line, 2 players screening in front of the net. One was like Madison and Carrier. And I think Montembeault cannot do anything about that. Montreal found a way to get an empty net by Mike Madison. I believe it was for me the out of this game, guys. Yes, Vancouver at some point they tried to go around. Montreal struggling on the defensive side, but Montembeault was square, was good, and then Montreal Canadiens did enough to win that W yesterday. A better performance compared to the last couple of days. But the Vancouver Canucks, guys, oh my God. Oh, it's not looking good over there. You know, before the game, Rick Tocchet a couple of days ago, he talked about players, Bozer, Peterson. Talk about the fact they need more. They need to play better. They need to play with intensity. They came back in the game yesterday flat again. Vancouver, guys, I don't know what's going on over there, but if you are Vancouver Canucks fans right now, you are be very cautious about that. Detroit scored a 4 goal. Tarasenko is 9 goal a year, take the lead 4-2 against the Buffalo Sabres. That's why it looked like they're going to win tonight. So Montreal Canadiens have to win tonight to stay in the game or that one. Let's see what we got in that chat before we talk about other things. A lot of the hockey people are asking for what the player are not. Drafting a player to be a complete defenseman, but they are not. It won't change most of the time. When you stick and glean, sometimes we get talk out. That's about the soccer board. I'll draft Mayu on offensive minded defenseman with defensive liability. This is just the defender. He is not a well balanced defenseman. It would be a two-way transformation. Good point about that, PLW, right? It's not going to be, in my opinion, it's not going to be a Pesce or a Mailer for New York Rangers. Pesce is the Devils right now. It's more offensive of the game. And you have to accept that. And to do that, I never said he's not going to make the NHL. But to be consistency, I don't think so. I think he's going to be a good third defenseman in NHL for the Montreal Canadiens if you keep him around. Is Sakowski a Russian coach? No, he's a Slovakia butcher about Sakowski. Mark talked about Montembeault was screwing himself, moving to the right, to the left for that one. Yeah, possible. But two screen in front of him, honestly, for the Montreal Canadiens. And that's the recap of the game yesterday between the Montreal Canadiens and, of course, the Vancouver Canucks. You know exactly what happened after that. Most of you watched the game. You know, the second line, New Hook, Gallagher. The third line, you got Anderson, Pesada, Deworak. The fourth line, it was Henneman, Jake Evans, and, of course, Jordan Armia. Unfortunately, all of them did not have any point. We need more. If you evaluate the four line, Jake Evans have a good game. I'm still nervous about Emil Henneman. This Henneman is not the same Henneman it was before. Pesada played the most minutes he never played during the season. Played about 7 or 9 minutes yesterday. With Devorak. Devorak have a good game overall. With Anderson, have again 2 chances for Anderson. Then the second line, Roy, New Hook, and Gallagher. They have a couple of flashes during the game, right? 2-3 times on the first period, I believe. Gallagher knocked at the blueprint for opening team. I think New Hook also with Roy. Not a bad game. New Hook at the center. It is what it is. Jonathan Roy. It is what it is. But Montreal Canadiens want to make the playoff. Like Excel said at the beginning of the show, they need more for the second line, third line, fourth line, or the offensive side of the game for the Montreal Canadiens if they want to get there. Abination is in the house. And Mark, I'm not sure it was better. One thing was not worse. Roy yesterday, guys, a little bit timid, a little bit more careful about not turn around the puck for that. And people, we can open the door for Jennifer Webb because this is the third time with the question. Look, Roy is going to be always, his skating would be his biggest enemy for Jonathan Roy. It's going to be like that. He is not a great skater. He's not fast. It's a player on the offensive side of the game, right? So for him, is to get point every game, and to create opportunities, a playmaker. So this is he is. Player like Mike Hoffman in NHL. He was not a great skater, but he can put a puck in the net. Like he was a great snapper, Mike Hoffman. You can talk about Luc Robitaille or Tyler Toffoli. He's another one. Not fast, but those kind of skater, they understand they are really talented on the accuracy and put a puck in the net. Joshua Roy, if he cannot create opportunity, if he cannot crash to the net, at the end of the day, the biggest enemy of Joshua Roy is going to be himself. Since he's 15 years old, since he played midget AAA at the QM and the American Hockey League, guys, it's been that way. Is his work ethic is not always there. You can be disagree with me, but I can tell you that. Talk to his ex-coaches. All the coaches got Joshua Roy. It's about his work ethic. Look what happened at training camp. He thought he's going to get a job easy. And to stay in NHL, it's not about only the speed, the size, the skill. It's about working hard every day. So to be sure nobody steal your job. And until Joshua Roy cannot show every day at the practice, at the gym, and at the game, working hard, he's never going to make it. That's the reality behind that. I'm telling you right now, this is what is going happening to him. Yesterday, you can see 3 great plays around the net, right? But at the end of the day, he needs to be there with consistency every game. This is what is a bit the first time Mark Elliott talked about this. He was better today compared to the first time. He referred at the first time, he was not crushing the net. He was timid. He was not playing with intensity, and he need that. It reminds me a lot, guys, that sometimes Nick Suzuki, the biggest problem Nick Suzuki is consistency. Look what happened in Nick Suzuki at the beginning of the season this season. He struggled every year. If you look about Nick Suzuki career, you have a gap of 3, 4, 5 weeks. He dropped. When he's going to get that consistency, Nick Suzuki is going to be an excellent player for the Montreal Canadiens and the NHL. Same thing with Joshua Roy. To keep a spot in the NHL, he needs to work harder. He needs to have a great example for the work ethic every day and not glide on the ice. If you watch his game at the Laval Rocket, guys, he slide too many times. This is what he needs to improve for himself. And the time will tell us if he can stay there. But no problem on the offensive side of the game for that. Let's see what got into the chat. Any chance the lineup tonight? Will you expect Patrick Lany back? Get that. RDP from Net Presence is the key. Luc Fortin, welcome in the house. KK is in the house from Thailand. Well, good morning, my friend. Tony DeMarc, welcome back. Keep that winger spot warm for one Demidov. Get here. Just about the set that got working hard. Pay off with the eyes and off. Here we go, Butch. So what's happening, guys? But let's see what we do usually. They stood out, the obscure, and the obvious. Montreal Canadiens stood out, in my opinion. Yesterday, it's Nick Suzuki. I know some people say, Juraj Sokowski have a good game, 3 points. But Nick Suzuki, guys, is the motor of that line yesterday again. Is the mother of that team. Sending it back on the formation. Nick Suzuki have 15 points. Since they are returning for the formation. I think they play 8 games, if my memory is good. And he is on fire, Nick Suzuki. So for me, for what he did yesterday, by no round, if you tell me Cole Caulfield or Juraj Sokowski stood out. As just my own opinion, I feel like Nick Suzuki had an excellent game for the Montreal Canadiens yesterday. The team struggling yesterday on the face-off. Nobody have over 50%. I'm talking about Jake Eben, Devorak, Newhook, and Suzuki. But this part of the game sometimes you have some kind of fluctuation. But Nick Suzuki overall, still a game for the Montreal. My obscure player, guys. Some can maybe talk about Jake Evans. Some can talk about Samuel Montembeault. Some of you can talk about Lennartson for an obscure. It's rare we put Lennartson on the obscure because usually it's flashy, highlights, everything. But his defensive game yesterday, Lennartson was excellent. Some people can talk about Josh Anderson. But I understand he had 3 points yesterday. I could be understood out. everything like that. Uri Sakeski also, you can put him on the obscure. But I'm going to go with Samuel Montembeault. I think Samuel Montembeault, when it was 1-0 and then 2-0, make a lot of good save to keep the Montreal Canadiens, to keep the lead by 2 goals, by 3 goals, until he got 2 screen goals at some point. I really liked the game Montembeault yesterday. And I had to get him with obscure players. An obscure for me is more a player that does not have no many points for that. And then at the office, guys, I'm going to surprise you at the office. We have a couple of players, not many players. Someone asked me that yesterday. I didn't pay too much attention until I reviewed the game this morning. You can talk with Emil and Emil. Emil is not the same player since he's back from his injury. Um, but I'm not going to go there with him. I'm going to give him a chance because he's still on the recovery and back in shape, everything like that. So I'm not going to armor, but I want yesterday to talk about Alex Carrier and Mike Madison. The pairing defenseman yesterday at -2 for the game. Did not do well on defensive yesterday. They were screening Montembeault at some point. So we need more for that pairing defenseman for the Montreal Canadiens. I feel like Mike Madison, and I don't know, it's an agreement with the management from the coaches to Mike Madison. And maybe Mike Madison played with injury. I don't know that. I just mentioned that. But Mike Madison, he does a little bit better for his risk management game. A little bit like the Lane Hudson. Maybe the coaching staff decide to tell Hudson or Mike Madison, look, you don't have to carry on the puck all the time. Calculate the risk when you do that. Now, they don't tell the defenseman, don't pinch. They don't tell the defenseman the cap control. But I'm talking about exit zone. I'm talking about on the transition time. You can see Lane Hudson and Mike Madison do less those kind of play they was at the beginning of the year. I think there's the benefit for the defensive, the Montreal Canadiens. If you look about how many goals they give per game Sunday returning from the break. So I think overall, it could be a directive from the coaching staff to tell them. I don't know if you agree with me or disagree with me, but we don't see those kind of the working hard and not working hard for the transition for the defenseman like he was at the beginning of the season. So I could be right or wrong about this, but I just want to share with you what you think about that. Pizza is in the house. Coach, regarding Sakeski, Nate McKinnon just reached 1,000 points after being drafted first 12 years ago. He was considered a boss after 3 years compared to McKinnon. Sakeski, first 3 years. Pizza. I don't know if you compare him to McKinnon, but if you look about McKinnon compared to Sakeski, his first 3 years, McKinnon, whatever he does not have many points like he has right now, it was dominate the Colorado Avalanche. It was a factor of what's happening with the Colorado Avalanche. Sakeski is not. The biggest problem Sakeski is going to be himself right now is inconsistency. A great game against Ottawa Senator. Remember that game? His biggest, second best game, it was yesterday. Tonight, they play the Kraken. Tonight, he had to repeat and more. Listen, guys, think about this. Tonight, he played against Shea Wright. What do you think the people thinking? There are already some media and people said, do you take Uri Sakeski or you take Shea Wright? Do you don't thinking this is a motivation source for Sakeski to show for all the people I'm the number one. They pick me because who I am. So tonight, I'm going to flying on the ice. I'm going to hit and drop the glove with Shane Wright. Drop the glove. Don't get there. Yeah, try to get Shane Wright. You're never going to be number one. I'm going to be the number one. It's a must game tonight. It's need 2 points. So Sekeski have no excuse tonight to not show up tonight, to step up and to show to all the fans we believe on him, we trust him, we know he's going to be a good player, but we need consistency. So tonight, repeat. Next game, repeat. That's what we said to him. So we'll see how he's going to react tonight. Pizza. But this is what I see that for the Montreal Canadiens. Let's see what we got here. Sudout, Suzuki, Obscure Sakaski. Yeah, Peter, like I said, I agree with you. Enement for Peter August. Peter, you're not wrong at all. Good selection. I hope they are try for be some game. I not see him play. I don't think so. Look, you are right now on the race of the playoff spot. You don't need to bring Fowler with the Montreal Canadiens. You don't have to. Now the game is eliminated. Not sure why, but I don't think so. It's necessary. Monty was a lot of better killer. We had great point, I believe, at what, but yesterday it was awful. I disagree with you, Steph. Another guy scored a goal, 3-1. Wow. This was a trap game for the Laval Rocket, and this time at 3-1, another collapse in front of the net. Wow. The Islanders guys shocking the Laval Rocket tonight. Unformer got loose right there. We'll see what's happening there. And then back in the corner, we have Riley Kidney in the corner. Arsenault, the 4 line for the Laval Rocket was on the ice. What's happening? Nicolas de Gobi-Bono is in the house. TH, welcome back in the house. Yeah, for Pizza. Sakeski is already showing that he is a better pick, Peter. The Sabre Buffalo Sabre cut the lead by 1 goal. Yeah, this season we said to you, Shane Wright have a better year compared to Sakeski. But we'll see. Abination, right to assist can be up and down and all around right. Go Buffalo. Peter August is a lot closer. What some want to admit, they still believe on Sakeski, but man, he's not sure. Think he would be better in the end. Would you like to sleep back in the house? So I agree with all the comments get in the chat. Let's move on, guys. Like the show will be a little bit shorter, guys, because we have to be back for the game, the preview game. But Caulfield elevate his game, guys. Yesterday, guys, in my opinion, I know Cole Caulfield he did so far in NHL with the Montreal Canadiens. 28 goal, 26 goal. He's 32 this year. But yesterday, in my opinion, it was maybe one of his best game of Cole Caulfield with the Montreal Canadiens. On the both sides of the game. Cole Caulfield had 5-6 shots on the net. Attempts. Cole Caulfield scored goal. Laval Rocket attacking right now. But Islanders keep the puck outside zone now. Cole Caulfield was excellent defensive zone, guys. Cole Caulfield stopped the puck a couple of times, intercepted the puck on the defensive side. That checking was good. Puck recovery in front of the net. Cole Caulfield, in my opinion, was one of his best games. And I said at the beginning of the show, guys, the Montreal Canadiens, Nick Suzuki and Cole Caulfield, both of them are right now in the mission to bring the Montreal, who tried to bring the Montreal Canadiens and the NHL spot playoff. That show on the ice right now. We'll see what happens. For my opinion, this is going to play the game. Performé par Montreal and Vancouver, they should be prepared for the Wildcard Challenge with the Kraken coach. Yeah, some in the New York media consider Lafrenière a boss, and it may not be wrong. I don't know. That's the kind of player, guys, you can say about Lafrenière. Consistency. This is the difficult time. This is very difficult for the young players to do it year after year. This is 5 years, guys, in NHL. 12, 19, 16, 28, and 14. From 21, 31, 39, 57, now he dropped this season. Now, and the New York Rangers is not the same team this season, right? But his point is below. He's minus 17, guys, this year. So I wouldn't consider him a bust, but we talk to you about maybe a regression right now for Alex Lafrenière. He's going to be 24 next season. We'll see what it's going to look like. GF, Rebecca out tonight, lower body. Enjoy this. Yes, GF, but nothing. It's a caution, guys. For David Rebecca, is not play tonight. It's only caution. Nothing major or a setback or whatever it is. Not at all. They just want to go slow with David Rebecca about his progression and the recovery for him. So tonight, the Laval got back in the lineup. Philippe Mazar, Owen Offenmeyer, Ken Hughes also was the starter of the Laval Rocket, and Owen Beck is in the lineup tonight. The only is out the David Rebecca. They sent back Alex Bocage and someone else in 12 yards, but they're losing 3-1. Chicago 4-3 Detroit. Yeah. Zach Benson, guy, 10 goal. Power play goal. So that's the bit with Cole Caulfield, guys. The first line. If I ask you this question, guys, for all of you, this is my question of the day, by the way. It'll be out at 9 o'clock in 45 minutes. What do you see the first line Montreal Canadiens? A top 10, a top 15, a top 20, a top 25. When you see the first line, Montreal, Sakoski, Suzuki, and Sakoski, Caulfield. Where do you see that line compared to any first line in the NHL? LP, welcome in the house. Hopefully you're doing well, Mr. LP, long time. The Asian Baron, if they are regular all the playoffs, they still have one game over. They want to be in the automatically not by the NHL, but it will be the same number of points. Should buy Calvin 47 for $650 for that. So, in my opinion, our first line is among the top 10 and the NHL. Killer top 10. Both of you put the Montreal Canadiens on the top 10. Jocelyn Gagnon, welcome back already for the playoff. Two solid goalies for Jocelyn Gagnon. Philippe, welcome back. Salut de Verdun, mon homme Philippe. Ben oui, je me souviens. Va très bien, mon ami. J'espère que tout va bien avec toi, mon C, toi à Verdun. Qui se rappelle des Canadiens de Verdun? Mr. Shelton, currently 807, top line at the NHL, could develop into the top 3 line for Shelton. James is in the house. I would consider them in the top 20. Pizza top 12. Interesting assessment for all of you. Honestly, everybody put them on the top 20. Another bad play par Logan Mayou pour ne pas contre la zone. But who said 12? Pizza said top 12. Yeah, I can see that. Between 9 to 13, I see that line there yet. But this is a line now. It's just getting better and better. Would be interesting, guys. What happened when Demidov's coming back? He's coming with Montreal Canadiens. If you are, let's do an exercise together. We have time right now. We have more minutes together. Think about this, guys. We have Sakeski, Caulfield, Suzuki, Demidov. You have 4 players who play on your first line. Is it Suzuki, Caulfield, Sakeski? Is it Demidov, Caulfield, Suzuki? How do you select your first line next season with Demidov in the lineup? Oh oui, mon ami Philippe, $1 Saint-Laurent. Antoine is considered the top line 5. Yeah, for the Antoine when they come back. Expected goal per 60 minutes, PLW. Just think of how much a better weight it would be with that legit second line behind them, and they are not facing the opposition team best player every shift. Shelton, you right about that? If Lennartson lose to a forward that score less in for the Calder, I would think of the said trophy as an All-Star participation trophy. So N26 put Sakeski on the first line. So that okay, Pizza. So who's going to be on the second line? Do you put Demidov or you put Sakeski? We don't keep the same line together. I have no clue, Mr. SSS. Demidov would be playing with a top center that you would get in the off season. Excellent LP. Interesting. Interesting your assessment. So all of you want Sakeski on the first line and Demidov on the second line. Dimitrov carry on the second line. So my question to you guys is this part. If Sakeski play on the first line, he would play 20, let's say he's play 20 minutes per game. Dimitrov on the second line is going to play between 17 minutes per game. So every game, Dimitrov is going to play 2-3 minutes less as Sakeski. On your own opinion, who is the better player, Demidov or Sakeski? You play Lenny on the on the first play and the knob on the second is the answer. Why we want to have Patrick Lenny when he cannot play when he's sick? If Patrick Lenny is so good, Abination, why does not play 90, 20 minutes with Martin St. Louis as the head coach? Why the reason Abination Patrick Lenny cannot score a 5 versus 5? Why Patrick Lenny cannot carry on his full second line? Because all of you tonight telling me, Dimitrov, you need to carry on that line. Why Patrick Lenny does not that with Montreal Canadiens? I'm shocked to all of you want Dimitrov play on the second line. I'm really shocked. I, of course, try to meet up on the first line to see, but a long run, I think it will be better. Playmaker, because it's key, and we need to drive this online. So, Abination, if Patrick Lenny is awesome, like you said, just tell me why he have only 3 goals at 5 versus 5. Here we go. You don't have to answer, Abination, and 26 already answered. Lenny had never carried his own line. Exactly, Peter. Question, Gary, do you think Malcolm is better to Crosby? Good point, Peter. No, look, my point of view is this part. Don't expect Demidov guys to score 80 points the first year. That's what my recommendation, look, is about Demidov. Because the people in Montreal expect always more. My point of view, guys, is Demidov is going to be the same impact Lane Hudson does with the Montreal Canadiens. I was just curious to figure out how you know Evan Demidov, how you see Evan Demidov, and how you're going to create your line. Because if Lane Hudson, example, is your best defenseman, They use him a lot. And if Demidov is your best players, you guys, you don't put him on your best player, you put him on the second line. At 18 years old, at the same age, Demidov is better to Sakaski at the same age. And not close. Not close. Not close at all. If I'm Montreal Canadian, I already put Demidov on the first line. Demidov with Caulfield. Caulfield score 40 goals every year. Now I'm going to answer to you, Peter. Someone said in the chat, we cannot play with under 6 foot players. McDavid, RNH, and Hyman. All the three are not physical, but they produce point. Rantanen, McKinnon, Lekanen. Not physical, they produce point. Stamkos, point. Kucherov, not physical, they produce point. For the benefit of Montreal Canadiens, Demidov have to be on your first line. I have to. It's like you're telling me right now, Connor Bedard show up with the Chicago Blackhawks, put him on the second line. I don't know. Pizza, did you have put the people around him better? Did you watch him the last 20 game at Demidov in the KHL? Pizza? How about Austin? Coach, what about Chicago? How about Austin? Chicago have a good bank of the prospect. He's going to get more this year. They satisfy the goaltending position. The defenseman is going to get better and better. But still, a lot of work to do there. Malkin is an elite center, one of the best ever to play. Sorry, if Crosby was not on the Penguin, it would be a first line center. Ab should go and get a minor and play him with Demidov. Even Demidov has the potential to have a 4-point night at certain occasions. Canucks on the rise, Robert. Yep. Demidov has been held on the pedestal, but I would take time to develop properly. He is not getting now, so don't expect more than 35, 40 points the first year. Do you put Demidov on your first power play unit? Or do you keep Sakaski on the first unit? Gary. Look, I said Dimitrov will have to prove himself in HL. The KHL is great friend. But the KHL give you an idea. The Canucks take the lead 1-0, guys. So everything go for Sutter, by the way. So I can see was the MVP in the Olympics. Team, that Olympic PLW, is it NHL player was at that Olympic or not? I'm not remember. I don't think so. Maybe that we said to you, PLW, Owen Beck was the MVP of the Cup Memorial 2 years ago. Power play right now for Laval. Laval scored power play goal. Barry Boulet again, did it again. 3-2 with 4:56. You know what, Peter? I see Dimitrov at the same level at Connor Bedard. They twice score 5-3. That's how I believe, Peter. So I say yes. Dimitrov is the same level like Connor Bedard. I disagree with the four checking for the first line. Four checking, yeah. Four checking, yes. So Gary, if he's on unit number one, who do you remove? I'm already in the future. Rochester is losing 4-3, I believe. You're right, le but. 4:20 to go remaining, guys. That's easy, Peter, to answer to that one. Célébriné. Chicago with Lechinov. Columbus took Lindstrom for what? Because of his size. And most of the team was worried, like Michkov, of his contract with the KHL. Yeah, and to say it will prove next season at the middle. Islanders scoring the empty net. Wow. They decide to go very early at 3:22. Terry scored a goal again for the Islanders. Shelton will remove Laney on the first one. So PLW, I'll give you an example, PLW. One Connor Bedard would draft an NHL. What was your assessment for Bedard? It was the same thing like Bedard need to play an NHL first to see what he looked like. I don't know. That was my question, Mark. I'm trying to talk here. I'm trying to watch in the game. I don't know why, Mark. Good question. I know the probability and the analytic, more you go early, is better, but still. Here we go. Look, talk about the same thing. And then let's score a goal again. Good point, Peter. Good point, Peter, about what he bring. Terry score again. Wow. Is it not Sakasi compared to Yager and 26? Well, Mark, I see it, but Mark, that's funny, Mark. The Calgary tied the game 1-1. Mark, I talked about Mayu early. I think one or two people did not like my comments about Mayu because I was maybe hard on him. And then he was on the ice right there. I said, I see the move he did. He got beat, right? And I said, okay, I'm not going to bring it at all. I'm not going to talk about this. Mark. Oh, you nailed it, Mark, about that one. PLW. Chicago bring Teravainen. They bring Taylor Hall. They sign a couple of UFA around him. Awesome, Marco. 6-3 Chicago, guys. Marco Casper score is 12 goals. Marco Casper have the same number of the goal as Juraj Sakaski, by the way. Kadri score is 23 goals of the season. You rest Peter, 1-1. I think for me, one subject I want to bring to you is the goaltender Jacob Tobash. End of the season for him. Really important. First, for his confidence. Second, for what is coming for him next season. Laval Rocket guys lose at home 5-2. Wow. I was thinking to do the game live. I'm glad I did not do it. I don't think so. PLW, they want him to transform with Prady Ketchup. What he showed to Prady Ketchup, guys, is about the size, how you use your body. So the point behind that, PLW said to watch Prady Ketchup. When he drive to the net, how he uses his body, how he protect the puck, um, how he is back checking, how he play physical, how he is a good forechecker. That's what he tried to compare for Ketchup. And I think this is for me a good point about Sakashi can look the way Ketchuk he play. Doesn't want to be a Buddy Ketchuk right away. He doesn't want to Sakashi fight with everybody and to be a kind of a power forward like Tom Wilson. But because Sakashi is a big body, 6'3", 6'4", 230 pounds, he can definitely use his body better. Protect the puck. Go around the players. Use his body in the corner. This is when they show to Buddy Ketchup the details of the game. So this is the reason they show the video to him. Bush, again, Taylor Hall, it's up and down. A good point, Nicholas. Roy, welcome in the house. LEP. Every month of March, April, LEP said, looking forward for the NHL draft. We'll see what is going to respond. Welcome back, Roy, by the way. Need to be more aggressive. Yeah, I agree. That's what I'm talking about when you use his body like ketchup. I think, Peter, the best answer I would say to you, first, the cost and return. The cost would be so higher to get PLW versus Patrick Laine. The risk is lower with Patrick Laine versus PLW. And I think Montreal Canadiens and the windows they were last season, it's better to have a player on the transition versus to have a long contract like PLW, PLD. See, Marco think differently. Think about this Excel for Sakowski. Next season, his contract not going to be value return. Year number 2 of his contract, his value will be getting there. But his year 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, maybe 7, 4 of the 5 years of the contract of 8 years will be benefit for the Montreal Canadiens and for him, for Sakowski. Ken McCarty, welcome in the house. No, Yager, no N26 guy. Yager, we talk about an exception players, right? The cost same for both players. No, Peter. Montreal Canadiens won the trade. It was trade. It was with the Winnipeg Jets. In return, they got Villardi, first round pick, Yafalo. It was involved with on the trade. Montreal cost only Jordan Harris for Patrick Laine. Not the same kind of cost at all. Secondly, the contract appealed, but now if he said no, it's the trade when he was with the LA. It's LA. He still have a contract as 7 years with the Montreal Canadiens. The Laney situation is 2 years problem, and you can get rid of him very quickly. Obviously, Excel, not at all. I see Demidov every freaking game this year at 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock a.m. I watched Demidov the last 17 game with 0 goal. No, sorry. You have 3 goals in the same game. So 15 or 16 game, you have 0 goal, Excel. So for me, I don't see that Excel at all. Key of the game tonight, Coach? Again, the Kraken, Marco. The Kraken are not a fast team. The Kraken have a good average about player, like second line, third line, right? The first line is not excellent, right? For me, is to forechecking the defenseman of the Seattle Kraken. I will tell you why. Vincent Dunn, Adam Larson, Monto Eligiak, and Riker Evans and Josh Maura. Larson is slow. Eligiak is slow. Vince Dunn and Monto are the two defensemen are fast. But if you look about the lineup, guys, Schwartz, Bernier, et Kako. Burakovsky, Wright et McCann. Tovanen, Stephenson et Burley. Eisenman, Eden, and Carey. What's the point for that? Deep puck behind the goaltender. Retrieval, forecheck hard. A crash to the net. Crash to the net. Don't stop. Hold anything. The pedal all the way down. Use your speed. Use your physicality. Big body like Sakoski, Anderson, Henneman, Armia. Make the other team fatigue. Montreal Canadiens lead 2-0, guys. The game is over. I'm telling you right now. If Montreal take the lead 2-0, go to bed. Don't watch it. You're going to wake up tomorrow. Montreal will win 4-1. Why? Kraken are already out of the playoff. And they lose 2-0, guys. After one period, they gave up. It's just normal. So, for me, Marco, down the puck, chase the puck, forcing that, make them fatigue, make them to create turnover, take the lead, keep the lead, and, of course, don't go on the penalty box. Alexandre Maillard, welcome in the house. Shut in the house. Miko Shark is in the house. Willie Parker, no. Willie Parker, yeah. Sharks. I like N26. I'll be honest with you, N26. I like when you compare him to Souza. I think, I don't know if you agree with me, but I think if you want to compare a player in the NHL, I think Demidov and Souza is really close. I like that, honestly, N26. Good point, Marco and Ken. Armia is out tonight, guys. This is his left arm and left hands. Uh, if Armia is out, woman Nicola. For me, guy, I would be disappointed if Demidov does not have 50 points next year. If you cannot reach 40 points, that would be a disaster. I expect Demidov guy gets 50 points. When you're going to see an overtime, Montreal Canadiens overtime, with Demidov and Lennartson on the ice, you're never going to tell me we cannot play game with no overtime. Because Demidov on overtime, 3 versus 3, you're going to see a guy can skate on the ice. Pas de problème, mon Nicolas, c'est une partie très tard pour toi. As a winger, Robert. Yeah, Marco, he got hurt when he fall on the ice. Peter? Now, they like to use Suzuki Caulfield together, right? So they're going to use Demidov on the second pairing. I believe they're going to put Mike Madison on the second pairing. Now, depend who will be the second center for the Montreal Canadiens. I will put Sakoski with Demidov. Yeah, I think Nicholas, we are on the same. I think Suzla Marner is the same kind of player overall. I believe. I think Marner is more complete at Suzla. Marner play on the other side of the game. I don't know if Demidov will be there. Randy, welcome in the house. We did early show. You're right, Luke. Already 5 weeks, Marco. You're right, Elia. No problem, Randy. We're going to sign out and come back. If Silly Briné and Michka is going to get 50 points, Peter, why Dimitrov cannot get 50 points? Definitely for him, he's going to get more adaptation for sure. All right, my friend Butch. Intéressant, Peter. Intéressant to see that, Marco. Good point, Randy. 3 years, in my opinion, Ken. Randy, you're right about Calgary. Detroit 7-3. Yes, Ken. Next more year NCAA, and then 2 years in the American Hockey League. They are 2 points to reach the same number of points, for sure. Let me check again. So if Montreal win, they're going to be 2 points. They're going to have the same number of the point. But Columbus at one game and ends. If Columbus lose the next game, Montreal Columbus have the same number of the point and the game. Then after that, you have to go with regular win. A little bit complicated, but at the end, Montreal beat the Columbus, I believe, 3 times this year, if I'm right. 2 points behind Columbus, yeah. Interesting, Peter is a left shoulder, left defenseman. Sometimes those rumors are interesting. The Kings, You're right, N26. Luciano, welcome to the house. Flame Lowe's Backland. Welcome back, Dan. All right, guys, what we're going to do, guys, I'm going to shut down that video because it was a live stream for the team before the game, and then I'm going to start the next one right away. I'm not going to be live. I'm going to be I'm going to take a break, but you're going to join the chat and talking to each other if you don't mind. So what happening, guys, is this way. We're going to shut down that one and then come back, open up the next one right away. So you do the translation, the transfer of the next one rapidly and quickly. So you can talk about the Montreal game tonight. So great to be all of you guys, 90 minutes together. And hopefully you enjoy the show. And tomorrow night we'll be back with another book show at 8:30 p.m. talking about the Montreal game, the last two games. Big game for the Montreal game tonight. And I'm going to leave you that way on the special, not tonight, with a song of the Montreal Canadiens. And we'll see what's happening at the end. So I'll be right back quickly after that. So Montreal Canadiens song of the game for tonight. Are you ready?
Bleu, blanc, rouge, le Canadien, le Canadien. C'est dans notre sang, dans nos cœurs, notre tradition, notre honneur. Le Canadien, c'est tout, c'est une partie de nous. Bleu, blanc, rouge, le Canadien, c'est une partie de nous.
Bleu, blanc, rouge, le Canadien, le Canadien. Here we go. Let's conclude the show tonight on the Hockey Nation Show. Don't forget, please, to click on the like, subscribe on the Hockey Nation Show. The only reason we get better every second night is because each one of you are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. Exactly what you have. You have greatness inside of you. Thanks to be a part of the show tonight, moderator. The people click on the likes, of course, and all the people. I think we have a great show together talking about the Montreal Canadiens. And I think it was a great to sharing your own opinion with respect. And I can wait to see you the next couple of minutes for the game, a preview game, another preview, but the game between the Montreal Canadiens and the Seattle Kraken. Thanks for being a part of the show tonight. And of course, wish you an amazing, great night. Sweet dream, Nicolas. The Hockey Nation Show, the Habs Nation, want to tell you a lot of things. First of all, be well, PL. Find a way not only dominate your day, or find a way to dominate the first half of what? Someone said 2025. What a good show to be together. Don't forget again tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. with Marco Larabi. There you go, right here. With a Noble show. We're going to talk about Montreal Canadiens. And Montreal will go returning after the game tonight. Direction Montreal to play again who? The Panthers. Saturday night at the Bell Center. Don't forget, guys, a big scrap. Let's see that. Why? Yeah, it looks like it's this way. The Hockey Nation, the Habs Nation want to tell you more things. We love you, friends. Good night, everybody. See you in the next couple of minutes. You're welcome, Larry.
Get a grip now, just finish what you started.
Benson out of the game. Shine out of the game. Are you ready? Booyah!